Daily Purge. How are you? Being honest with others isn't even needed. It's not important. What? What is that you say, Stephen? How can it not be important to be honest with other people? Well, let me explain that to you. People talk about that all the time. You got to be honest. We even talk about honesty, integrity, transparency. And if you look at it from the outside, you'd be like, well, yeah, that makes sense. Honesty and integrity and transparency. That's what you want in life. That's what you want. And after all, integrity is the basis, the foundation of every healthy relationship, right? But what does that mean when I say honesty with others isn't important? Think about that for a second. How can that be possible that honesty with others isn't even important? Well, here, I'll tell you why. Hey, brother, what's up, Arnie? The reason being honest with yourself isn't important is because, see the shirt? Humble off of veteran empowerment. There you go. The reason it's not important is because when you're honest with yourself, which is what HIT's all about, honesty with yourself while you do say and think like you think, then the byproduct is you being honest with everyone around you. And you're like, well, that doesn't make sense. Well, it does. Well, think about this. If I'm talking to you and something I'm saying is out of frequency or outside of my moral compass, or it's not aligned with my core principles, and I keep saying it, I'm aware of it, and I know I'm not being honest. So if I'm honest with myself, I will stop it. And I will reboot my internal operating system to be honest. So everyone projects and goes like, okay, I gotta be honest with this person. I gotta be brutally honest with this person. And that's how I always think, until I realized, well, when I'm honest with myself, evening, sir. When I'm honest with myself, I don't need to worry about being honest with other people, because that's the byproduct of being honest with myself. So honestly, to make it simple for you, scary simple, it's like this. Being honest with yourself, you're automatically honest with everybody else. Doesn't that take a load off your back? But the question is this: how do you be honest with yourself? Because there's situations where you're getting into a situation, there's some money to be made, and you have a gut feeling, it's an intuition, it's something, and you feel that something's not in line. So hello, Olga. So what do? Do you move forward? You're not being honest with yourself, because if your intuition is telling you something's not right, then you should probably stop and assess the situation before you move on. If you move on without assessing the situation and you push it down, then you're not being honest with yourself. And in turn, you're not being honest with that person. That's where the damage comes in. Huh? Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
Good.
Maxie, I'm going to open it for you.
Yeah.
And that's the key, right? When you can be honest with yourself all the time about how you're operating, what your operating system is saying. Here you go, buddy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. When you can be honest with yourself like that, it changes everything. You don't have to worry about the outside. You don't have to worry about worrying about how you're saying this, how you're saying that, what you're doing there, because you're honest with yourself and you're telling yourself first that it's okay to move forward, that your operating system is in sync with your core principles, your core values. I mean, look, these are breakthroughs that we make every day. Lane and I, we're just doing this every day. We have clients we talk to about this stuff too. Our advisory program is basically, and we were talking about this today, is basically a co-creation program. So instead of thinking of us like coaches, because we're not coaches. Hey, Daniel. We're advisors, and we're advising on how we operate, how you can get in touch with your own operating system, your own personal operating system, and how those things, and how those things in the outside world are just applications that you can adapt to your own personal operating system. So you can be the same person in every aspect of life with total integration, total life integration. Part of that integration is honesty with yourself. Like, honestly, you're sitting here right now watching me. Your wife's in the other room. Your husband's in the other room. You feel guilty because you're watching me and you're not talking to her. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Are you being honest with yourself? Why are you watching me then? Why aren't you with her or him? You see, these are the things that when you're conscious, it seems like, man, you're always thinking too much. But after a while, it makes life so much easier, because honesty with yourself frees up anything on the outside. Like Mark Twain said, you have less to remember when you're honest. Think about that, right? So a real simple one today: be honest with yourself, and everything else falls in place. Honesty is automatic on the outside when you're honest with yourself. Sound good? All right, man. You know what that creates, right? That creates, and I mean that really creates, massive quality of life. See you tomorrow, Friday.